Hey everybody, welcome to Storm Talk. Way 3 News meteorologist Brian Good here. Going to get you through some rain here for this afternoon and tonight. Slight chance tomorrow, but overall, I've got some really good news in the extended, and I don't have a chance to share a lot of good news very often. So here we go. Hopefully everybody's going to be happy, including you, Mark Hall, one of our fans here at Way 3 Weather. I think it's news he even will like, and he's a hard man to please, by the way, in case you haven't noticed on social media. All right, here's the latest. On our severe weather outlook for today, marginal risk to the east. Most of the activity is going to be east of 65. We're seeing the strongest now really taking place, and the highest wind gust in Louisville got to about 32 miles per hour. Nothing severe, so that'll be the roll for this afternoon. Some heavy downpours, some lightning, but again, nothing off the chain by any stretch. Tomorrow, we're out of the storm zone. Can't rule out a shower, but we're out of the storm zone as we head into Tuesday and then Wednesday. Yeah, nothing to worry about for Wednesday. Here's the radar. You've got those downpours now, including those of you to the south, Greene, Taylor, and Adair County. You've had a lot of lightning, heavy rain, by the way, most of the midday time period. These thunderstorms moving through now, again, not severe, moving through Shelby County, came through Louisville earlier. Highview, Fern Creek produced some heavy downpours and some lightning as well. It's trying to redevelop and backbuild along the boundary even further to the west. That's why I think we could see two rounds. This is the first round. We may see another round before sunset, even in Louisville. So the first round's moving through. You can see a little bit of a hint of that second round trying to spark up there just west of the Knobs. I wouldn't rule it out. But this first round, again, is the heaviest so far moving through. And again, most of the height on these thunderstorms are averaging out below 40,000 feet. And once you get the thunderstorms above 40,000 feet, that's when you really got to worry about potential for damaging winds and even some hail in some cases. And severe weather warnings start to become more of a factor. So far, though, again, as you see there, the core of them staying below 40,000 feet, mainly around 30,000 and 20,000. So that's good. Rain producers, effective rain producers, we could actually use a little rain. It's not a bad thing. We just don't want the severe weather side of things. Now, our wider view, as this pushes back, you'll be able to see that we do have, quite a bit of activity moving through. Now, this is actually a double front scenario. You got two fronts moving through, even a little bit of wind shear. Looks like a red dot there, a tornado warning in Ohio. Not surprisingly, they're closer to the low pressure. We are not. The low itself is way off the map here, but there's a secondary front that is going to come through here as we head into tomorrow. That's the reason why I really think there's going to be a very small chance for rain shower as that secondary front comes through, but this one is still in all the moisture away, at least the bulk of it. This one's going to have less moisture to work with when it comes through. It'll have some, but it'll have less. So that's why the rain coverage will begin to drop off dramatically with the second front. But as that second front that has the more push of a northerly flow out of Canada, that's really going to lower humidity down and clear out the clouds in a big way. So the first front is going to take away a lot of the moisture and thunderstorm chances. It's still going to be muggy later tonight and tomorrow morning. And then the second front tomorrow will be the one that will kind of be the game changer when it comes to really shaking things up. Let me show you what it looks like on Futurecast. Here's that first round. And Futurecast is good handle. Moving through now. Here's that second round that tries, you see a hint of it, trying to backbuild along the Ohio River before sunset. Wouldn't rule it out, and already seen evidence of that happening. We'll get a break. The second front then begins to move through as we head into tomorrow morning. Notice it's not overly cool. I mean, right around 70 here in the city, 60s elsewhere, but still kind of a muggy feel. Nothing crazy, but you'll feel it. And then as that second front begins to move in tomorrow afternoon, it may spark an isolated shower. As it does so, I think we're going to heat up in advance of it. I think back into the mid-80s here in Louisville. And then when it passes through, that is when things begin to change. Now, it won't be fast. It'll be gradual. I think when we wake up Wednesday morning, right around 60 degrees, but some 50s are likely away from the city limits for Wednesday morning for the first day of school for a lot of the school systems, including JCPS. It looks like a very quiet, but a cool and comfortable start to the first day on Wednesday. Now, Wednesday afternoon, we'll enjoy quite a bit of sun. And here in Louisville, we may hit 80, but a lot of us are not going to hit 80 degrees on Wednesday. It's going to be a day in the 70s, something that I've been hinting at several times now for the past 2 to 3 weeks, that I still see signs that we'll get at least a day in the 70s with sun, not rain-induced. And we're finally going to see it happen here, it looks like, for Wednesday. And as we into Wednesday night, the core of the cooler air moves in, the winds relax, and look at that. 56, that I could be in the city, but look at Seymour, you guys, 52. I wouldn't rule out even across central Kentucky and the valley. So I don't see signs of 40s showing up, at least not yet, but it is going to be a cool start to the day on Thursday. But bright sunshine. Make sure you got your sunglasses on and be prepared for tough driving conditions. I always say that the bright sunny days you have in the spring and the fall, when you take out a lot of that humid air and you get rid of that haze, that could be more dangerous than a lot of precipitation events we have, because people are driving around and right at sunrise and sunset, you're sitting in traffic, and if the sun's right in your face, you're trying to play with your visor, you're trying to gauge if that's a brake light that's on ahead of you or not, and it seems like we have more accidents at sunrise and sunset on clear sunny days than we do any other day with rain. So that is my disclaimer, is use some caution. Enjoy the sunshine, but be careful during those 2 times of the day, because it is going to be bright outside. So here's a look at the humidity forecast. Kind of goes along with this. We wipe it out as we into Wednesday and Thursday. Notice, though, that we start to see it gather a little more back to the north again. It's another front, a weak front, that's going to drop down. It's going to try to scoop up what moisture it can, and there's not a lot for it to work with. And it's going to try to pull it down to the south and get it to the Ohio River at some point Saturday afternoon, Saturday night. So we may have to add a small rain chance in as it pushes in. Hopefully we can take the rain chance out completely. Right now I'm going to evaluate the Euro when it comes in and decide yes or no on that. But again, it's going to have limited moisture, but it is still a front and a boundary, so it is something we'll watch. But it may allow for another push of dry air, so we may see not a drastic drop in temperature, but more sunshine for the second half of the weekend on Sunday, and it'll keep things on the comfortable side. Looking ahead at temperature pattern, overall, we're going to see this little dip. You see it there across a good chunk of the eastern half of the country. Then we're going to flatten things out, warm up a little bit as we head into next week. I wouldn't rule out a day near 90, if not higher, after we get past this weekend. But then look what the Euro does. Near the first day of the fair, another drop. And it's a pretty potent drop on this version of the Euro. The new one's coming in. Be interesting to see this one, because that one would be more of a severe weather threat, mainly for the Great Lakes in the upper Midwest. But for us, it could mean another significant drop just in time for the first weekend of the state fair. That never happens. I'm suspect of that. Anyway, that's it for right now. I'm still evaluating. Check out my post on Facebook, by the way, if you want to learn more about some of the new long-term winter weather data that's coming in. I haven't made my winter forecast yet. Again, that's Halloween night. But I am sharing a little bit of data every now and then. When I see something I think is interesting, I do pass it along. Hope you guys are having a great day. I'll see you today. I'll be on at 5:30 and 7:30. Kevin will see you at 5.